You can see we made it all the way to the finale. We're tearing down the gate. It's the end. We finally made it now. Don't pretend that you know how. Greetings and salutations. This is TechRedot here. Hope you enjoyed. That's actually an original song I just wrote. It's literally like, I might make a full song out of that. Literally the title I gave it was the finale song, but if I make it to a full song, I'm honestly not going to call it the finale song because it's kind of goofy. But the song was made for a goofy purpose. If you ever heard my song Rent Money, where I sample a friend of mine, Lou, Rent Money is a song that came from us goofing around and making jokes. So if this becomes a song, it'll be in a similar vein to that, where I'm just having fun with it. It's not any serious topic or anything. It's just having fun, you know? If you go listen to Rent Money, I purposely, like, there's several goofy lyrics in there that I purposely made goofy because I wanted the track to be, like, to represent the joke that we made. Now, obviously, I still, like, tried on it. The flows and stuff on Rent Money go pretty hard, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think Rent Money might have one of my best verses of all time. Which, to be fair, I've only been really making music since 2019. So, or at least music that is still on the internet, because any music I did before that has just been deleted. Because before that, I didn't know a thing, and I wasn't really trying to make my own beats and stuff. But like late 2019, early 2020, I got into BandLab and started making my own beats, and that's what kind of came with me just full on going all out and trying to make my own music, giving it my own, you know. My best tracks tend to be the ones that I'm either being goofy on or I'm trying something really different on. Like, literally, the most out-of-pocket tracks are the ones that I kill it. Like, I think a good example is Magma, which was my last single that was released. It was released last month. But Magma was a track where I was experimenting. Literally, I was experimenting on Magma. That's what my whole verse on there was me experimenting. And I think it's one of my best verses ever. I wouldn't put it above Rent Money. Rent Money is my goofiest verse ever. It's the verse I've done the most goofy shit with. But Rent Money is definitely another one of those tracks where it went harder because I wasn't doing what I usually do. And yeah, I do fall, on my current album, I'm trying to like really make every track sound different in a way. I still rap the traditional way I've been rapping. I still sing the traditional way I've been singing on some songs. But there are also other songs where I try like melodic rapping, which I've kind of like done a little bit of in past tracks, but I haven't like full on made melodic rap tracks before this album, like full on melodic rap tracks, because there's a song on this album that I really love called Don't Know Me, and it is probably my best, like the best example I can give of a more melodic rap track rather than just a singing track, because I am rapping on Don't Know Me, but I'm doing it in a singing voice. And I do that a few times on my new album. Like my next album ain't gonna be out for like another half year, but I got a lot of tracks done for it. I got like 12 tracks. I'm thinking of making the album like super long. Not like incredibly long, like not no 30 tracks or nothing. I think there should be a limit on how long an album is. I don't think it should go over 25 tracks, but it ain't even gonna be that much. My plan for the album is to get it to like 20 tracks at a minimum.
First, we gotta open that
and
door.
there's 12 of them that have been done,
Are you good with hanging
including
around?
the 2 singles I released, Miss You and Magma, and a
Hunt
single
down the
that's
emeralds?
coming next month,
I will be at his side when he needs
featuring
me.
my friend Zavatar,
For now,
called
we
Get in the
must
Mix.
focus on the task at hand.
Better prepare for that. I think
Use your power to
that's
strike
gonna be
the
my
system.
best single so
Hurry,
far.
our time is limited.
And it's funny because currently I consider Magma my best single, so it's like I feel like I'm topping myself now, which is what I need to be doing. I need to be topping myself with each single and each album, which I've already kind of been topping myself with every album. For the most part, I think my second album's my weakest one. I really do, because even though my lyrics got a lot better between the first and second album, the first album sounds a lot better. Like like the sound of it sounds better. There isn't like there's a couple tracks on my second album that pick up some background noise, and I look back at it and I was like, how did I ever think this was acceptable? My third album is the only one so far I'm completely happy with. I am still happy with my third album. I know it's only been out for like half a year now, so I haven't had much time to really judge it or be judgmental about it, but honestly, I have had enough time to be judgmental about it. There are some tracks on my third album where I am judgmental, but my third album is my best one. I will stand by that. Especially, I released 4 bonus tracks for that album. Before that, I released 3 for my second, and I didn't do any for my first, because my first was already 17 tracks, and I was like, you know what, that's enough. I was originally going to release 2 bonus tracks for my first album, but I decided against it. But my second album has 3 bonus tracks, bringing it up to 18, I believe. No, it brings it up to 19. My third album has 4, which brings it up to 18. So my next album, I want it to be like 20 or 21 tracks. And then I want to do like 3 or 4 bonus tracks for it. 3 and 4 are like the perfect bonus track number to me. It's like, it's enough to make me take my time making bonus tracks, so that the bonus tracks are released like a month or 2 after. Oh, I need to shut up. Plot.
Chances of winning. Change your mind yet?
No, but I have not run a simulation on our present circumstances either.
Ah, yeah. So, you're saying there maybe is a chance?
I am saying we are in a desperate situation. The threat we face is beyond imagination.
Hey, if there's even a 1% chance I can turn that despair of yours into hope, I won't disappoint.
Okay, yeah, we're about to face the final boss though, but we're gonna get the Chaos Emerald first. But as I was saying, 3 and 4 are like the comfortable bonus track number for me, and I'm probably gonna continue doing 3 to 4 bonus tracks going forward. This 4th album though, I'm gonna be taking a little hiatus after. That's the plan. I want to release the album in the summer. Sorry if you heard that in the background. My dog was having a nightmare. Poor girl. Oh, it breaks my heart when that happens. Oh, plot.
Sonic!
I know. You're not fast enough, so I found it for you. Go ahead and beat that giant! Don't you dare lose it!
Now why would I want to disappoint you?
Something I want to comment on after watching that cutscene. That is the best Roger has ever sounded as Sonic, and I'm gonna die on that hill if people try to argue that with me, because it's true. He sounded really good in the Boom spinoff, especially in Rise of Lyric. You say what you want about Rise of Lyric. I know the game has a lot of problems. I know there's plot inconsistencies because a lot of stuff was cut and changed over time. But Sonic's lines in Rise of Lyric, outside of like the cutscene lines, are more specifically what I'm talking about, was the best Sonic ever sounded. even taking into account the color's ultimate shorts. But here, I think tops it. And I know some people don't like the deeper Sonic voice, but it sounds like further on in the game that Roger's kind of like in his element. Because early on, yeah, it sounds a little deep. And like, even, like, I can admit this, when I replay the game, that first cutscene you have after exiting the first cyberspace level, his voice sounds way too deep. But as the game goes, it seems like he kind of like finds a sweet spot, in a way. Where by the end of the game, he sounds great. Because like the cutscene we just had, and the cutscene we're going to have after this boss fight, along with the final cutscene, like, this is the best Roger has ever sounded as Sonic, and now I'm perfectly fine with him voicing Sonic. For years, I really was not for it. I kind of just, like, ignored it because, like, I like Colors of Generation, so I ignored it for them. And Forces had way worse problems than Roger's performance as Sonic. So I ignored it for those 3 games. But here, it's a really good game, so if Roger did do bad, it would have been really noticeable. Because it would have been probably one of the worst problems of the game, because this game is much better and has way less problems than Forces. But it's also not like as polished as like Generations. So like, I feel like I don't think people would have cut it slack. What I'm saying is, this game hits like an in-between of Generations and Forces, where it's really good. Don't get me wrong. If I had to compare this game to any other Sonic game, the one that's most like it is Unleashed. Specifically, the Wii version of Unleashed, I want to say, because the Wii version of Unleashed is the closest we've ever had to Sonic Frontiers in the past. Yes, this is the first time we ever had the open zone gameplay, we ever had a combat system like this, we ever had like supersonic boss fights for every boss, but the Wii version of Unleashed, it was the last time that I enjoyed a Sonic game as much as Frontiers, is what I'm really getting at. Frontiers is now my 3rd favorite Sonic game, after the Wii version of Unleashed and Sonic Rush Adventure. Now, the reason I say Wii version of Unleashed was the last time I loved the Sonic game this much was because I played the Wii version of Unleashed more recent. Well, up until this year, I played it more recently than Sonic Rush Adventure. But this year, or not this year, last year. Last year I played Sonic Rush Adventure. I'm hoping one day that they port Unleashed to current consoles because I really want to do a Let's Play of it. Even if it's not the Wii version, you know, I know I'd be playing the HD version, which most people prefer. I like the Wii version better because I don't like having to go out of my way to find the tokens in the levels. I like getting the tokens by your ranking, like your S ranks and stuff.
Is that it?
All we did was chase it out of its shell. It's retreating into space to regain its true form. Even Supersonic won't be able to stop it. I know what I must do. I must leave you.
I understand. Go. Fulfill your function.
Hurry, before it regains its full strength.
Ladies first.
Be careful, dear daughter.
took your home world. He took your lives. Are you going to let him do it all over again? I need your help. We can end this. Please.
Now, I don't mean to sound like a contrarian here, because I'm not a contrarian. I do have a lot of opinions that are not popular, but I also have a lot of opinions that are popular. It's like a good mix. I would see a contrarian as someone who like always sides against the popular opinion, which I don't. Honestly, I think I have more popular opinions than I do unpopular ones, honestly speaking. But when it comes to this boss fight, I know that I'm about to disagree with a whole lot of people. This is a better final boss than Supreme would have been. And it makes me glad that I did play the hard mode version. And I know some of you are probably going like, what? You're calling this a good final boss fight? Okay, hear me out. It is not the best final boss fight. Hell, I would not rank it above half the series' final boss fights. Like, definitely, like, Perfect Chaos is going above this. Dark Gaia's going above this. The Bio Lizard's going above this. Black Doom is even going above this. The final boss for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that's going above this. But my point being is that this is a better final boss than Supreme would have been. And I'm gonna be entirely honest, if the final boss was just another Super Sonic boss, like the same as the previous ones, it would have felt a little anticlimactic because we've already been using Super Sonic throughout the whole game. Now, there could have been other ways they could have remedied this. They could have added the, what is it called, the Super Emerald, so you could become Hyper Sonic for the final boss, and you'd have, like new unique powers or something. Like, that would have been cool, but I also think that would actually be a really smart idea for the next game if they continue, like, what this game did. You know, if this is the new formula for Sonic games going forward, I think they should definitely continue that for the next game. Or not continue, but do that for the next game, you know, like have it where Hyper Sonic is used for the final boss, and he has, like, some extra moves added on and stuff, and, like, I feel like that'd be epic. Hell, you could even have, this game's been having pop-up tutorials. They could even give you a tutorial on how to play as Hyper Sonic in the next game, you know? Just to avoid, like, having to learn on the spot, like some Super Sonic bosses have done in the past. Oh yeah, the, what is it, the Dark Queen? Is that what is that what she's called? It's the final boss of, Black Knight. That is my favorite final boss in the entire series, if you don't know. Next to that is Deep Core, or, well, the Egg, what is it, the Egg Wizard, I think it's called? I think it's called the Egg Wizard. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but it's the final boss fight for Sonic Rush Adventure. After that is Dark Gaia. And then after that, there's like a big gap. Because yeah, there are some other really good bosses here, but those three are like legendary to me. Like the Dark Queen, which, again, correct me if I'm saying her name wrong. Then Deep Core, which is what I'm gonna call it, because I'm not sure if it is called the Egg Wizard. But Deep Core, and then Dark Gaia. Then there's like a little bit of a gap, and then it's Perfect Chaos. I've never finished Secret Rings 06 or Sonic Adventure 2, so even though I know the Bio Lizard in particular is pretty cool, I can't really say that I can't really rank it anywhere because I haven't fought it. And the same goes for like what is it, the Solaris for Sonic 06 and Eraser Gen in his final form in Secret Rings. I can't rank those anywhere, quite honestly, because I've never fought them. But I'm only going to be talking about 3D final bosses, because the final bosses for the 2D games are a tad different. Well, I guess I'm going to be talking about modern final bosses. The final boss for Rush is going to be quite a ways down, but not too much farther down. So after, like, Perfect Chaos, I think I would definitely put Metal Overlord / Metal Madness it's the same boss fight, just different phases. So Metal Overlord / Metal Madness would definitely go under that. And then after that, I think it would definitely be Black Doom. And the reason it's Black Doom next is because the only other choices are the final boss for Rush and the Time Eater. And the final boss for Rush is next, and then the Time Eater. Unless I'm forgetting one. I'm really trying to think if I forgot one. Oh wait, no, the genie, not the genie, the robot guy from Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Yeah, he's, I would place him between the Rush final boss and Time Eater. I'd place this also in there. Like, I'd place this below the final boss of Rush, but above the Time Eater and the robot guy from Zero Gravity. Now, you might be wondering, why am I leaving out the genie guy from Sonic Riders? Well, because I never fought the guy in Sonic Riders. I never beat that game either. But I beat Zero Gravity. Zero Gravity was peak Riders for me. That's my favorite Riders game. And I would love a remaster of it. I would really love a remaster of Zero Gravity. But I think the only way they do that is if they remastered it alongside Riders. Which I wouldn't mind. 2 games for the price of 1, you know. It's always great. And quite honestly, I've said before, I think the smart thing for Sega to do in terms of the next Sonic spin-off is to give Riders and Riders Zero Gravity the nitro fuel treatment, where like they're remastered, but they're the same game. You know, where they're just one big game with extra tracks. I would say I would even add to have both story modes in there, like have both the story modes for Riders and Zero Gravity, but then have like a separate online version. Like have Riders Zero Gravity, and then an online version that has all the tracks from both games, along with all the characters from both games. I think that would be the way to do it. I think Sega could make bank off that. I think they could release updates for a year or 2 after, and like people would really love that. I think it would be a lot of hype around it, you know. Sega, you're sitting on a gold mine with that. All you gotta do is remaster them, release an online version with the remasters, and then you're golden.
Yes.
Okay, tell her to shut up.
All right.
Okay, call me an asshole for this if you want, but you're crying with me. I cried when I heard this song, so this entire song is gonna be playing in this video, and I'm not gonna say a damn word. You better listen. It's a fucking masterpiece, man.
Father, I just wanna tell you, thank you for all that you've given me. I'm really going to miss you.
So, that was fun. But I guess it's time we got moving. I know you all have big plans.
You're gonna hardly recognize me when we see each other again.
I wonder if Cream and Sticks are free. Make a road trip out of it.
It'll be good to get back to my island. At least for a while.
We're wasting daylight. Let's go!
Well, we finally did it. We're done with the Let's Play. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to end off the video here. I'm going to do a little epilogue video soon. Bye!
Over!